Good morning, friends. Welcome to this edition of the Morning Jolt Thoughts. I hope you have your coffee and you're ready to go. Let's just look at this simple thought. In the world, many times we are asked this question without someone ever wording it to us. And the question is, are you a ruler? Are you a king in a situation, or are you the servant? Are you the slave? Which one are you? Are you the one on top, or are you the one at the bottom? Are you taken seriously, and are you showing strength, or are you going to be treated as a nobody? And of course, it is not good to be under. We all desire to aspire for more and be the king in the situation. This question is often asked of us, every one of us in life, every situation, every bully in every classroom asks this question, and every boss, and oftentimes it happens with co-workers, and in many situations we're asked this question. And this is the question: are you a servant or a king in the world? And when we look at the life of Jesus, we find that there is a really interesting answer to this for the believer, because when he came, we see these two things. Number one, when he was born in Matthew 2, they were asking, where is the King of the Jews? And even at the end of his life, it was said that he is the King of the Jews on the cross. It said that. Pilate put it there. He was the king. But also in Matthew 20:28, he said it very clearly. The Son of Man did not come to be ministered unto, but to minister, serve others. He came as a servant. And we see this here, that in the will of God, it is both king and servant. But the order is very important in the will of God. This we see in Philippians 2. Verse 7 speaks about how Jesus made himself of no reputation and took on himself the form of a servant, which means that he was ready to serve anyone and everyone. This was why he came. But then also 3 verses later, verse 10, it says that that every knee would bow for the name of Jesus, that he is the king, actually. Servant, but also the king. The king, but also a servant. And this is such a lesson. The world often asks us, which one are you? Are you a king, or are you the servant? I like this old movie, the Count of Monte Cristo, and there is Bonaparte and Napoleon stands there, and he says, yes, we all are either kings or pawns in this world, talking about a chessboard. Either we are expendable, or we are important. Either we're controlling or we're controlled. Either kings or pawns. Which one are you? Are you a king, or are you a pawn? The world says, aspire to be a king, push for it, go for it. But it's very clear in Philippians 2, Jesus came as a servant, made himself a servant of no reputation, and then God made him a king, for whose name every knee will bow without question. And that's like a great lesson for us, because in our lives, many times God will give us these opportunities to be servants. And if I am listening to the world in those times, then I will say, no, I'm a king, I'm more important, I'm pushing to be more important, and I'm missing something very beautiful, that God would lift me up. And listen, this is a beautiful thing. If you make yourself a servant in the will of God, many times he will put you in charge of a situation that you hadn't expected to be in charge of. You will be the co-worker with all the others who says the wise words that change the situation. You will be in the marriage, the man or the woman who serves, but then is a blessing and changes the whole thing. And this is where God has called us. He has called us to be servant kings, just like Christ was. And as today we go into our day, just want to encourage you with this simple thought. Dare to be a servant in the Spirit of God, because he can then use you way beyond what you could do if you pushed yourself to try to be the king. God bless you. It was great to have you for this morning. I hope it was refreshing thought, and God bless your day. I expect to see you again tomorrow.